Hello everyone, it's Serpent, and welcome back to another episode. Oh, that didn't sound good. To another episode of the TNT games, making TNT games. So in the last episode, we built this over here, the Trivia the Gathering, I think we called it, because it's sort of like Magic the Gathering, but not quite, and with trivia. So I wrote the book for it and all that, and that's all done, finished with, toodles. So I want to move on to the TNT related stuff, because we've done parkour over there, just out of render distance, and we've done that over there on trivia, and I've spent quite a long time over in this section here, so I'll move on to that after we've done some of this instead. So, if to the untrained eye, aka me before I thought of this, it looks like you're pretty much out of options with the TNT related stuff, because we've got the TNT Spleef Standard Edition where you place it in here. Do I have TNT? Give me that. Why don't I have that in my saved toolbars? And it lights automatically. Kinda cool. And you try and blow up your opponent. Of course, it's all made of obsidian, and the lights are also impervious because anvils don't blow up. If you didn't know that. And also something I thought was kind of cool. The middle here is also lit up. See, light level 9, and then it gradually goes out and then back up as you get to the middle, which means there's light in the middle. But where is it coming from? Enchantment tables. Transparent with glowstone on the top, and they don't blow up either. They make the perfect ceiling lights. So, yeah, I just sort of thought that was kind of cool. Yeah, so we have that, and then we've also got the one where you shoot the TNT from the ceiling with a flame bow, and it lands on the other person. And we have a TNT spleef where you light the TNT up by yourself, and a TNT spleef where you light the TNT when you place it. These are, by the way, a bunch of platforms, and you blow them up and try to blow the other person up through a hole. Then we've got this thing where you run along, and the TNT beneath is rather delicately positioned, like that. So that's kind of cool too. And we have this where you one person runs around on top trying to blow up the person down there, and then of course this, which is punch the TNT and and it lights, and you also have weapons, and then this, which is what I said before, lights when you place them. So I didn't think there was anything else to do, or I couldn't think of anything, but I did figure out random TNT rain W period magma right / watt period. So we're going to build that. Essentially, it's going to be sort of like this or this, except both people are running around down on the bottom, and the TNT comes down randomly. So how do we do that? Well, that's where the magma right / watt period comes in. If you place a magma block and then water on top of it, eventually or randomly the water is removed by the magma block. So if you pick that signal up with an observer, you can get well, it'll work well for what we want. So the first thing we need to do is create an arena. Probably best done in MCEdit, but I'll just do it in commands because I don't like using MCEdit because I mean it's fine, but I prefer not to leave the game repeatedly. It's just sort of annoying. Anyway, so I'll just use fill to make an arena quickly. Alright, so it's a 20 by 20 square, or actually no, it's an 18 by 18 square, maybe. I don't know. So from this corner to over there is 21 blocks. So I guess it's let's see, and then 19 by 19 square inside. So, I guess that's not very convenient, is it? Oh well. So, I'm going to... Darn it, this isn't going to be symmetrical. I don't think I can cope with that. Hold on. Let's see. So it's it has an odd middle, a singular middle, which is nice, and that would be at 10, the 10th block, leaving 9 on each side, and then you could split the 9s into 3s, and then that would be symmetrical. Okay, I guess I can live with that. Yeah, time to actually design the thing. I don't have glass on any of these saved hotbars, so why am I searching through them? Black glass, let's use that, since that sort of fits with the theme of obsidian. So, I need to find the 10th block, 9, 10. Right there. Yep, right there. And then I guess also over here, 8, 9, 10. And then where those cross, we want a dispenser. So let's see. Line up with that one. Good. Line up with that one. Good. And set block. Well, I guess I'll get rid of it. Stone. There. Okay, so that's the exact center. Yeah, exact center right there. Okay, so I want the dispenser to be pointing down from here, like so, and then above it we want an observer. Why do they have them face that way? No matter what I'm trying to do, the observer is always facing the wrong way. It's sort of impressive. Anyway, I'm a bit confused at why they changed it from being perfect. Anyway, so it also, funnily enough, ruins my 4-direction flying machine a little. I mean, it wasn't a totally 4-direction flying machine anyway, but now you can't swap around the directional part of it quick enough for it to be feasible anyway. Moving on from my grouching. Now we put water here, like that. Oh. Never mind. We don't do that. We need to, if you remember. Oh, okay. We need to, if you remember, save a spot for the magma block. And that means that this is not going to look nice. That's unfortunate. Okay, I'll try and make it a little bit nicer than what it might have to be. But yeah, it has come to my attention because I remember dealing with this, that the random tick speed on this server, or on this world, I suppose, is 0. It's not happening, and that's because if I turn it on, if we head over here, the entire golf course will burn down, and if you remember, there's lava beneath this, beneath these carpets here. Why is it lagging? Probably all the clocks, I guess. Anyway, there's lava beneath all this, and carpet sort of catches on fire pretty well. So I don't want to turn that tick rate back on. But of course that means that the magma block idea for randomness will not work, and because the speed at which magma blocks destroy the water above them is dictated by the random tick speed. So with that being off, none of the water will ever get destroyed. So we have to figure out something a little bit different. Generally, at this point, I like to go to command blocks, and I think that's what I'll do here too. This is the center, right? Yeah. Right here. Okay. So, how do we do this? Well, I was thinking droppers are random. That's generally what people use for randomness, and I might as well go with the flow. So if I put a bunch of different items in here, such as well, I don't know, a bunch of different books, not books. Hold on. Dies would be nice. Do I have anything roughly the same that... No, okay. Well, if I just put 9 different items in here, then I can have command blocks testing the hopper here for each of those separate items, and have the outputs of those blocks set red trigger dispensers up here with TNT, or better yet, just summon a TNT entity. Although I don't know, I think probably the dispenser way is better. Okay, so I'll try and deal with that command block stuff now. Well, the dispensers are lined up, and over here are the testing command blocks. So if I, for example, if I pop some lights down, because or these, since I don't have lights, so if I then do that, what? Hold on. Yeah. So one of these things should be testing for a piston in there. Yeah. Source and destination are not identical. They look pretty identical to me. Just saying. What's going on here? They're testing in the right direction. Are they testing this coordinate right, though? Hold on. Set block. Grab that. And then... not that, the command block. Yeah, they're testing the right coordinate. What's going on? I believe one of these worked. Right? Hold on. If I put a quartz block in there. Really? I wonder what happened. I'm going to have to figure this out. Clearly. Needs the piston. Okay. I'll work on this for a moment. I figured it out. The hopper here wasn't being locked when, or the hopper was actually being locked. This one, when, or something. It was being low powered or something. I don't know. But the point is that these weren't the same in that respect. So I added torches locking these hoppers, and now just so long as we give the dropper here a direct signal, it will do it. It will work. See. And it gives a random output, so that's good. Yeah. So now instead of pistons, we can put actual command blocks, and then have these say, hold on, let me get up here. We'll have them say things like set block quartz block, like that. And then also we'll of course need another row that says the same but with error block instead. So put that in there. Oh, never mind, that won't work. Okay. Darn it, we're going to have to move things. yeah, we're gonna have to move things. That's annoying. I guess it's not that bad. But anyway, we'll have something like this with a repeater here, that command in here, and then that command in here, except with error instead. And now whenever this one gets picked out of the 9, that dropper up there will fire. And that's that. As the last commands fade from the chat, we have actually finished the setup of the commands of this game. So once I get rid of all these markers, we can check out what's or how it actually works, or if it actually works rather. Let's see. I'm going to fill this up first, and then grab that, and then pop, and etc. So let's see. Basically, all I did was put the coordinates in for all of the quartz blocks above there. So let's hook this up to a pulse. Actually, might as well. I guess we might as well just use a hopper clock. Those are relatively lagless, maybe, I want to say. Hopefully, anyway. Let's see how this works then. It doesn't. Why is that? It's a bit quick anyway, but that's not really the point. Why wouldn't it work? Let's see. Hold on. What about that? No, okay. Maybe it's, I guess it must be the power level. I didn't realize that the test for blocks command was quite that picky. Is it working now? Huh. Why wouldn't that be? I don't get it. What did I do wrong this time? Let me figure that out. Well, I found one of the reasons. Set block quartz block, set block error. I don't think that's gonna work, really. Yeah. So let's get rid of this one and switch that to redstone block. And then we have to put that in all of these, which is why I chose to replace the non-quartz block, like this. And then hopefully, I think that's only one of the problems, though. I don't think it was working even before that. Okay, so let's see. That didn't work. What? What if that goes away? No? Okay. Actually, I think this one works. Yeah. That's weird. Interesting. Why did why did 2 of them trigger? Oh, of course. Yeah. Of course 2 of them would trigger. I didn't separate these properly. That's not going to be too much of a problem, though. I don't think. No, it won't be. I'll just move the command blocks down 1 and then place solid blocks on top. But I still don't think the I still don't think it was working anyway. So that's a little bit disconcerting, a little worrying. Go away. So let's try and get it to work without that having to be done. So if we put this here and then that there, it doesn't work, does it? No, nothing happens. I'm not entirely sure why that is, but I'm hoping it's because the well, I'm hoping this will fix it, what I'm about to do. Moving it back and adding an extra repeater there. No, okay. I was hoping it would be because the repeater wasn't receiving the right amount of power. Does it have to be longer? This is so weird. I mean, if I do this, it works fine. But apparently the repeater from over here isn't good enough. Why is that? Does it work from this side? Listen for the boom. Yeah, okay. It does. So why would it not work when the comparator does it? That does not make sense to me. I guess it might be because it's not a long enough pulse. I'll check for that. Well, pulse length seems to have definitely been it. Yeah, apparently this takes some time to notice it for some reason. I'm not sure why. But I think it's time to move, well, fix this up a bit so that it's not looking terrible and so that it works properly. So, yeah, should be pretty easy. I'll just quickly do this. And then I shall also move these command blocks so that only one triggers it at a time. And that seems to have done it. Yeah. So, over there is the little system. It's not centered, which does bug me, but, oh well. Can't be helped. And now we need an on-off switch. Because obviously we don't want this thing going on all the time. For reasons that would include, it will run out of TNT eventually. So, I suppose this is where it's going to be, where the path is going to connect, about here. And then, of course, it's going to be full of quartz, not just a hole in the ground. And then let's say a lever right here, which is the on switch, or maybe it should be inside? Huh. How about I suppose the best option would be a button on the ground that when you click it, it teleports you in and also turns it on. And then I suppose there should also, yeah, and then I suppose there should also be an out button if there's an in button. So let's say here, I don't want it to be blown up, but I also don't want it to detract from the looks, and that's outside. So, I guess down here is going to be fine because it's not. I don't want people to fall in there and get stuck either. I think that's going to be good. Yeah, because if it's if TNT falls down, it's not going to do anything, right? From here. Yeah, the button's safe. Okay, so I don't think this will help you hide either. And then if both people die, just in case both people die, how will it stop then? Well, if both people die, then I don't know. Probably just a test 4 block, testing to make sure there's someone within the radius of this, maybe. Or set the spawn point somewhere with pressure plates, and then when they spawn on the pressure plates, that turns it off. Yeah, okay, that seems good. However, that's probably all the time I have for today, so I think I'll check that, and then if it is, then we have to stop. Well, I am out of time, but I did make this button, or these buttons rather. So yeah, the one on the outside starts it when you click it and teleports everyone inside, and the one on the inside there turns it off. Although things keep going for a minute because TNT takes a minute to explode. So I think that's about all there is. What else was oh yeah, the death thing. So I suppose I should also at some point make the put a block that sets your spawn point, say over here, and then over here there's a pressure plate with a pressure plate that stops the contraption or something like that. Yeah. So, okay, I'm going to do that right now. Just a second. So, I've set up the system, and now it's time to take a test run. Run! Don't blow it closer to me. That's cheating. Okay. It's a little bit not as hard as I thought it would be, so I may need to up the clock speed a little. Uh-oh. But yeah, if I die, it stops. Hold on. Yeah, see? It stopped. And that's because I spawned, when you click the button, it sets your spawn point right on this pressure plate, and then you spawn on the pressure plate, which stops it. So, I want to quickly fix the clock, because the clock doesn't work. Or it's a little bit too fast, and it's annoying. I don't like it. Whatever. You get the idea. You probably don't, but whatever. Okay. So, let's pop that there, and then this here, maybe? And then like that. No, that doesn't work, because it pushes those two command blocks, it triggers those two. Okay, so how do I think this'll work, right? Yeah. So, if I get rid of this, it should go a little bit faster now. Yeah. Great. Okay. So I imagine the place to put the torch is now changed. Hold on. Let's try and find it. Where does the torch go? Oh, no. Works. Works great, in fact. Just the same as it did. I guess I didn't move anything. Uh-oh. I've got a bad feeling about this. Uh-oh. So yeah, now it's 30% faster now. 33% actually. And actually it's slightly difficult now. Although obviously not. Oh, obviously not that difficult. Yeah. So it would probably be more difficult with more than one player. Maybe. I don't know. Okay. So I suppose I might be able to... Okay. Let's try that. That might be too fast, though. It's easily possible. Yeah, too fast. That's annoying. The speed requirement, or the lack of speed requirement. I don't know why that would be. Why can't it detect that? They're running it. They're running once every 20th of a second. But I guess they need to be in there long enough for the comparator to see it. You'd think it wouldn't take that long, to be honest. But okay, fair enough. How would I speed this up? Let's see. The torch spawns in there. So currently it's off. Yeah, currently it's off. So if I had this here and then a block and then repeater and then this, why is it going off? I guess whatever I'm doing must be triggering it. And then that, right? Oh, and then that also. So then when I remove this, see, it turns on, and if I bump it up to that, is that fast enough? Really? Tad surprised about that. Okay. And then I guess let's just add ticks until it works. Doesn't work yet. One more tick. There we go. Okay, so that's the quickest speed I think it can go. Maybe not, actually. I don't know. This is once every 6 ticks? Or, no, once every 7 ticks. Yeah, so I think this is as fast as it can go. Oh wait, no, it's once every 14 ticks. Also, you can go away now. So, it's once every 14 ticks, this one. And then the previous one we tried with the 4 hoppers was once every 12 ticks, okay. Really? Yeah, I guess it must be. Yeah, okay. So I guess we might as well just go back to what it was, since I don't think it really matters too much which of the two I use. Either way, it'll work. People just might survive a little longer than I would like. Yeah, all works. Okay. In that case, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I shall see you in the next one. Goodbye.